Hello, and welcome to Be Prepared Calaveras, the show where we talk about how to stay safe, prepared, and connected to our beautiful Calaveras County community. I am your host, Martha Rubin, and today I'll be speaking with Rosemary Brock from the Health and Human Services Agency. Rosemary will be sharing exciting details about their app, what you can find on it, how to use it, and how to connect with your services to our community. She'll also tell us about Senior Planet, an in-person program designed to help seniors feel more confident with technology. So welcome, Rosemary.
Thank you. I'm over here fighting with the technology a little bit, so bear with me.
Okay. Hey, that's good to know because we all fight with technology.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have such great programs for everybody in the county.
I think so.
And so I know that this isn't a brand new app, but it's relatively new. We want to make sure that everybody in the county knows about it. So before we even talk about that, do you want to talk a little bit about yourself and your role in getting this app up and running?
I'm actually what's called a community liaison, and I work with the senior community within Calaveras County and other people. I was hired under the Access to Technology grant from the state of California. And even though the grant has ended, the county has found it worthwhile to continue with two of the programs we started under the grant.
That's a great thing.
Yes, one of them is the phone app and then also the Senior Planet training program. So it's a life that's continued after the grant, which is great.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit after. Will you tell us about the app and what are the resources and information that we can find on the app?
Okay. You can find out all the contact information for Calaveras Health and Human Services within the app. You can also, we have all the current events in the county. I list all the information at events at the libraries, through the sheriff's office, events like county fairs, Firewise programs.
Okay,
speaking of,
let's talk about this. So on November 1st, we're going to have a Firewise Calaveras Festival, and it'll be at the Angels Camp Fairgrounds. And Rosemary was kind enough to put it up on the app for us, so you can look for that under the calendar section.
Right. So if you go first of all, to download the phone app, if you go to your app store, whether it's Android or iPhone, iOS, and do a search for Calaveras and HHSA, then you can download the app. It's completely free. It will work on your smartphone or on a tablet. It is not browser-based.
Okay.
Okay. And through that, there's a section labeled clinics, classes, and events. And under that, under events, I list any event I can find for the Calaveras County. And so if you go to the events, you can do a search, and I can do a search for fire. And here we have the Calaveras Firewise Calaveras Festival.
Okay.
And it's an annual event. It's going to be held at the Frogtown at the fairgrounds.
Yes, that's it.
On November 1st. And this will be a giant program that they've not done before, but with a lot of great information from offices of emergency services and other groups. So it's a great program. I've gone to some of your smaller groups.
Yes, like we do in Arnold, but on a grander scale.
Yes.
So for the app, you mentioned it's only available on your phones or a tablet, not on your desktop?
You cannot get to it through a browser.
Okay.
But it is free. We have a bunch of things in there. We have resources, so there's a map feature, so you can find the resources that are available close to you. Any event that I put in under events, I will usually put the city where it's at. So you can go into where the events are and do a search by Arnold and find out what's occurring in Arnold. But you can also, as I just did, you can do a search for a specific word. For instance, if you do a search for Senior Planet, you can find the upcoming classes for Senior Planet.
Okay, that's great. Is there a cost for that?
There is absolutely no cost. And if I check a shocking number of Facebook and other social media sites to get events that are added, many people will send me email. I am rbrock@calaverascounty.gov.
Okay, great.
If they want to have an event included. Some events I can't include just because this is a county run thing. So some things have to be kept a little separate.
Okay.
But it's no charge for the user or to have their events listed.
Oh, that's a great service.
And no ads. There are no ads.
Oh, wow, that's good. I won't be caught off guard having to go shop for something
or being distracted.
Okay, so I've noticed that when you open up the app, there's a circle stating emergency.
Yes.
And at first I was a little afraid to push the click on the emergency because I thought it might go to like 911 or something.
Right.
But
And what it'll do is it'll bring up a list of links, and any of those links, if you click on them, it'll open up a screen. You can then click on another thing. So it will not automatically, but if you see the information for the California Suicide and Crisis Hotline, which is in there, you can bring it up, but if you click on a little phone number thing, it will dial the phone. So
it'll dial the phone to the service.
To the crisis hotline.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, but the first one on the list is 911.
Yeah.
So we want to make it easier, but there's a way to report child or elder abuse. I mean, there's a whole series of emergency numbers you might need.
And you make it very easy because if there was a crisis, you push emergency, and then the list of things
will be right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, 911 is right there at the top.
Yeah. So that's
the easy
one
way.
button. That's really great.
We have other buttons.
Okay.
Okay. So there's one that is currently labeled "Getting Started," and basically you can click on it, and it will help you if you need help finding housing or food. Basic services is an easy way to get to those services within the county. So
so you can just look it up
you
if
can
you're
go
near
there.
or if you are in need.
Or if you're in need,
things,
right. Calaveras is going to a new portal system called Unite Us, which we're adding into this phone app, which will be a thing where people can go in and complete a form, and it will pre-qualify you for all the services you're available for, and it'll also allow you to set up your own appointments.
Oh.
Okay, that's not in here just yet. It will be very soon.
Okay.
There's a button for people with disabilities. There's one for families and children. The one for seniors and adults, because this was initially funded under a grant for seniors, there's a lot more information there. A thing that I often refer people to is under the senior and adult services. As you scroll down, and it is a long list, I actually have the actual list from the DMV, and you can now set up an appointment. Actually, there's three things. There's a thing to where you can go through the link and do practice tests for the driving test. For the driving test. And then there's another link to where you can actually set up your appointment set up your appointment to go into the DMV. But you can now actually do your written test at home on your home computer through a browser. And then you can print off a thing saying that you've completed it. You take your original documents into the DMV, you go through your vision test or whatever, you show your documents, but you do not have to stand in the lobby and do your written test.
Oh, that's great. And very stress reducing.
Very stress reducing.
To stand there.
And I also just actually this morning added the link if you need to do a real ID, if you want to fly.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know that some people have waited a very long time to get an appointment.
And now it's required. Well, but also on the Real ID link, they have a list through the browser of what qualifies. What ID you have to have. Mm-hmm. You can take pictures of the documents with your phone, submit them. Okay, you still have to take the original documents and show them, but you can have it all there and ready to go when you go into the DMV for your appointment.
Oh, and they have it.
And they have it,
so
but they do actually have to see
they
have to see the original document still.
Okay.
Okay.
That's time saving.
It is.
Very time saving. All right. So I think at the end of the show, we'll be able to add some screenshots.
Okay.
Because if we hold it up to the camera now,
not
it'll
gonna
be
work.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
It won't be good. So of
can do
the
that.
screenshots. But can you tell us one more time, how do we access the app? What do we look for?
Calaveras and HHSA.
HHSA.
For Health and Human Services Agency.
Okay.
Okay, and it is both for the Android and iOS or iPhone. And it'll work on any of the smartphones and tablets.
Perfect. So you mentioned Senior Planet.
Yes.
So let's segue into that.
Okay.
And you can tell us a little bit about what Senior Planet is and how that program came about.
Senior Planet was an organization we were able to sign up for their training program under the grant, Access to Technology grant. And even though the grant ended, they're still letting us have access. They provide the materials to the county at no charge. We have volunteer trainers. I think there's now about 10 around the county. And these are volunteers who donate their time. They're teaching regional classes. So there's a couple trainers up in Arnold, one in Murphy's. Right now we've got a series of classes in the Burson Valley Springs area, a lovely lady in Copper. Anyway, everybody's doing classes. People go in person, quite often meeting at a community center or a library site. And they can sign up for little mini classes. So it's not going to teach you how to do everything with your iPhone in one fell swoop. It'll teach you how to do a specific task, possibly accessing your medical records, buying or selling stuff on eBay, that kind of thing.
Okay. So
go ahead.
Rosemary and I actually met.
Yes.
Rosemary came to our Firewise event
In
representing Health and Human Services, brought her tablet and introducing Senior Planet and said, hey, Martha, how about becoming a trainer and take the trainer course? Which I did.
Yes.
And so now I am a trainer up in Arnold, and we have classes on the third Thursday in the afternoon at the Arnold Branch Library.
Yes.
But I just wanted to say about the Train the Trainer class, if anybody's interested in that, it's a 6-week course.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. And it's an hour online, and then you have homework to do. But it's,
and a test.
and a test. So you do make a commitment. It's not a big one. And we've just started up in Arnold, and it's very rewarding because people come in, and and my other trainers, my co-trainers, we learn from each other too, even though nobody's really an expert. Everybody gets a chance to learn, and it's a way to meet new people and to connect, or, oh, I've seen your name on Nextdoor. Oh, this is what you do. So it's been a really great experience for us, and it's true that the topics are numerous.
There's over 150 classes. So it can be on almost anything. The classes are terrific. A real advantage of the classes is that you have individuals from a small community getting together. So it actually improves the ties within the community, and it makes it less of a lonely life.
Well, and that's a big topic here too, that we are older living up here. It is a retirement community for a lot of people. And loneliness is an issue that we deal with. So we're happy to help out with the program and, and see it be successful and to make some connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and anybody I know who's gone through the training has felt that they get as much value as the students do.
Absolutely, as I was saying too. And you can also go on the Senior Planet website.
The public website.
And there's a million classes that you could take.
And they have, again, at no charge. This is a subsidiary of ARP, but you don't have to be a member of ARP to do this. But they have all these classes that you can register for. About 70% of them are exercise classes.
Yes,
but about 20% of them have to do with technology. They have gardening and a bit of other things, but they're terrific classes. Not everybody learns well that way, So I do think there's a real value in these in-person computer courses.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. That is true. The exercise classes, I must say, are
You've
pretty
been having
fun.
I see.
I've been having a lot of fun doing that.
Good.
And there's some conversations that you can have. There's a brown bag lunch that they have and things. But it is nice, like you said, to have in-person contact with each other.
Yeah.
And each other. So, do you think that there's anything that you can say that people are hesitant for coming to the in-person classes?
No, not at all. And the classes are very much geared. The classes were designed for seniors. They don't talk down to seniors, but they teach it in small sections, and there is some repetition. We, the county, print out handouts for each student, so they have something that they can take their own notes on as they're going through the class, and they can take it away with them. There's a slide presentation the teachers use. If you're interested in becoming a trainer, please talk to me. But the trainers also actually have a lesson guide if you're of a school teacher family, you know what that is, to talk about other topics to bring up.
Yeah, so, it's very easy, step by step. Yeah. It's a guide. People ask questions. It's very low key. At least we found it very low key.
Right.
There's 3 of us up in Arnold.
Right.
Murphy's Library is going to start having some classes.
Good.
There are classes at San Andreas.
Yes.
Senior Center,
right.
We're going to work out a shift there. Right. And then in Burson as well, and Copper.
Yes. So the group in Copper is pretty small because the library has very limited space.
Yeah.
But it's a super group of people. So it's I think they're enjoying it. And as I said, they have a wonderful teacher, so it's all good.
Yeah. So far we've only had 2 classes, and we've had 2 people come repeat, and one person's like, "Oh, I only come here for the summer, but as soon as summer comes again, I'll be coming to your classes and looking for us on the website too." So, so that's pretty good. Let's see, what else did I want to ask you? Oh, can you repeat your email?
Yes.
If anybody wants to become a trainer.
Okay. My email is rbrock, R-B-R-O-C-K, at calaverascounty.gov. And if they want to call me on my office phone, it's 209-754-6882. And they can leave a message. I only am in the office part-time, but I do get back to people.
Okay. Yes, you do. Absolutely.
And before I forget, again, if you downloaded the app, if you do a search for Senior Planet, you can find out where the current classes are. I believe next Monday in Burson, they're doing a class on photo editing. And I think your next class is also on maybe photo editing.
It might be. We're thinking about what we're going to do. We were thinking about maybe Amazon, or internet safety.
Oh, that's important.
That's a big thing that, everybody needs to be aware of that. There are a lot of phishing things going on.
Yeah.
You don't know what to look for.
Yeah, you need to protect your ID. And the internet and your smartphone and your tablet, these are just tools. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that people know how to use them safely.
Yeah, that's really important.
It is important.
And so that's a good class. I think maybe we'll head that way.
Good.
It's also something that, like you said, even the trainers need to learn and things. And even people who are tech savvy have been caught by some phishing.
Absolutely.
And so you have to be aware, just a tip, make sure that you look, if you get something that's suspicious, don't click on it, look to see about the email.
Exactly.
Is it does it look?
Or if you get a text message and somebody you don't know, then maybe you block it.
Yeah, you can try. Just like those voice messages. You block, but they keep coming around it.
Yeah.
Then there's some group things out there with like
Right.
a +63 number and a whole stream after it.
Just as a comment, with any text message you get and it's nothing you wanted, just type in stop and send it back. And it's supposed to automatically remove it.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. That's good.
Yeah, that's just for the text messages. It's not for phone calls.
Yeah, right. You can't do
And
that.
you will usually get a confirmation that you've been removed from the list.
Okay. Yes, on some of them. Well, if you listen, or just answer and push 9, usually you get a confirmation about that.
Okay.
So we talked about reducing isolation and building a stronger community connections with the Senior Planet. Is there anything else on the app that might address that issue?
Yeah, because I list all the community events, so street festivals, community barbecues. The VFW quite often does twice a month dinners.
Oh, that's nice.
They're all listed. I think there's currently 170 something in the calendar.
Wow, that's a lot. 170 activities. All right.
Well, now you know what to do over the weekend. So,
Exactly.
but again, the list will come up in chronological order, and so you can scroll down. But you can also do a search for a specific event or a specific town.
Right. So that is great how you set that up.
Right. Also, we have all the information. First Five is a health and human services agency group working for parent education for people with children from newborn up to age 5.
Okay.
All of their classes are listed in there, and most of them are Zoom-based. So you can actually do a search for First Five and find all of their classes. And if you want to, the information is in there to register for it.
Oh, yeah. And that's a great service, too, and a great program.
Yeah.
You get a lot of free books and information, and especially for parents and caregivers for the children. So that's a First Five. You can find that.
Right. And at all of the branch libraries, there's a story time for little kids. Those are all included. They've been doing monthly art projects, do-it-yourself art projects.
Right, do it yourself, and sometimes somebody comes in once a month. So the art projects, I can say, are for kids in the afternoons,
but also teens and
for adults.
Teens and adults, a different kind of art project.
Yeah.
So there are resources available within the county, regionally within the county, and a lot of people say, well, there's nothing to do. Well, there's a lot to do. So you just kind of get to know the county a bit.
Okay.
All right.
So what's one piece of advice you'd give anyone, whether it's a senior or not, about embracing technology for a safer, more connected life?
I think it's important to remember that it's a tool, and so you should use it appropriately. Don't let it take over your life. If you see something and you're not certain, maybe go do some checking and verify the information to make sure it's accurate, because there is a huge amount of misinformation out there.
Yes, that is true.
On any topic, and so it's important to remember we are a community and we should, be informed and an educated group.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So before we close, is there anything else that you would like to tell us? You want to once again give the information about how you get the app?
The app again is Calaveras HHSA. It'll bring up a round logo showing a tree. Makes it pretty easy to find. It is completely free, and we do not collect your information for anything.
Oh, that's important for people to know.
Right. And it is a good way to kind of tie in, find certain county offices where you can get more information for the services you need. There's an emergency section, so we have all the information about how to get burn permits and stuff. So it's all in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds like it's all encompassing. There's so many resources and so many services available in the county. It's really great to have them in one place.
Yes.
So thank you for organizing that for everybody.
Yeah.
And so they just go right to that app. It's on your phone. whether it's smartphone, your smartphone,
Yes,
an iPhone or Android,
Yep.
or on your tablet, not on your desktop, so
not
not
browser.
through your browser. Don't
Right.
go and look for it there.
Right.
All right, and
good.
Senior Planet, thank you for setting that up as well.
And before I forget, thank you for being one of our trainers.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're welcome. So, yes, and thank you for joining us today and sharing such valuable information. Technology can sometimes feel overwhelming, but with tools like the Health and Human Services app and programs like Senior Planet, it becomes a bridge to connecting services, resources, and everything else. So whether you're looking for important county resources, learning how to join your first Zoom call, help is available. And for more information, reach out to the Health and Human Services Agency and ask about the app or the senior program. Rosemary is here to help you. You can reach her or Brock, calaverascounty.gov.
Yep.
Leave her a message. She definitely will get back to you. And together we can build a safer, more connected Calaveras. So thank you again for listening and tuning into Be Prepared Calaveras. Next time we'll be talking with Angels Camp Veterinarian Hospital, and we'll find out all things animal, your pets, your livestock related.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you again.
Thank you.